Hey guys, welcome to another edition of The Watch Collector. My name's Ollie. Today we're going to be diving into a completely new brand, certainly for me. This is the first time I'm getting to actually see one of their watches, so I'm very excited about that. But of course, before we dive into that, the obligatory wristwatch check. And today I'm wearing the Laurent Ferrier Sport Auto with blue opaline dial. So the brand we're going to look at is called Arcanaut, founded by two self-confessed watch geeks in Copenhagen in 2015. And a little bit of trivia for you. The word Arcanaut actually means Arcan, which is hidden knowledge, and Naut, traveller. They say that the reason why they gave it that name was to try and self-proclaim themselves as watch geeks without actually saying so. So the version that we have today is their brand new Arc 2, and this is called the Tiger Shark. Now, one of the super cool things about this watch is they've used a very high-tech material for the case, which is 40.52 millimeters in diameter, and it's called Zircuti, which is a composite of titanium and zirconium. So what you get is, you get a little bit of that Damascus look to it, but without quite the craziness that you might expect from a full Damascus head on a watch. And actually, I think it works very well. Why? A, because you don't quite get the madness of that Damascus look, but it's nice, really nicely offset by the full titanium bezel and the crown. Now the crown is it really is quite congruent with the rest of the case. How they've designed it flows very nicely, and I'll show you how it works. But another reason why I think this Zircuti material works very well is because it doesn't deflect from the dial. The dial itself is a solid silver covered in rhodium, and it also has a very beautiful textured look to it, and which reflects quite nicely and contrasts beautifully with the PVD blued hands. Now, this is a dive watch. It's 100-meter water resistant, and so no dive watch would be complete without proper lume. And on here, at the end of each hand, the hour and minutes, you have a superluminova, and you also have superluminova dispersed around the outside of the dial. Overall, I think they've done a great job to make something as simple as this, as intriguing as it is. I mentioned the crown. They call it the Pentalock crown, and actually it's really quite easy to use. You have a little lip on the back side, pull it out once, pull it out twice, and there you're winding the watch. Very nice, very clean design, feels very nice to use. Click it back in once, click it back in twice, and now it's secure. Of course, you can see it's on actually really quite supple rubber strap. It's very nice, and we'll see what it's like on very shortly. If we flip it over, inside there's a Soprod M100 movement with 42 hours power reserve, and you'll see a pretty cool tiger shark motif. I mentioned the lume on the dial side of the watch. On the back side of the watch, this is probably their calling card, certainly with their novelties. So you've got the tiger shark, you've also got the bonehead, and the picture of the shark is actually filled with blue lume. And when you get a UV light on it, it does look pretty spectacular. I'm sure we'll dig some photos out for you so you can see precisely how that is. So let's throw it on the wrist now and see how it wears. So as I mentioned, it's 40.52 millimeters in diameter, slightly extended lug, so it wears a bit bigger than that. You're probably looking at similar sort of size to maybe a 42, I would have thought. But with the rubber strap, because it is that material, it does pull down quite nicely. So certainly, as you can see, it is a sporty watch, extremely clear, but if you don't have a particularly large wrist in diameter, you could still certainly get away with wearing this piece. Because it's titanium in base, then actually of course it's incredibly light, plus obviously coupled with that rubber strap, and your pin buckle, you know, you're almost going to forget this piece is there. It's very nicely judged in that respect as a sports piece, which clearly this is. It's a utility piece. And then, of course, let's throw in the curveball, and you've got pretty, let's say, exotic materials, composites of zirconium and titanium, solid silver. The price is around £3,500 plus VAT, which for a piece that's limited to just 33, very small producer out of Denmark, creating something that is really quite unique, particularly in this space. Hats off to them. I think it's, as I said, super legible. I love the idea you've got the interplay between the texture of the dial, the texture of the case, the contrast between the dial itself and the blued hands, the loom, which you'll get to see, and of course you've got the feature on the back of the watch with the shark filled in with that blue PVD loom. Extremely cool. Great job, Arcanaut. I like it a lot, and especially at that price point, I'm not sure you can argue with it. We'd love to know what you think about their specific special pieces from 2024, 2025. This is the Tiger Shark of the Arc 2 model range. That's enough for me. We'll see you next time.